What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the third installment in my workout series, this one being a body weight only workout. That means no weights, no machines, just you and your body weight. Now, this workout is going to be 4 different exercises covering our main movement patterns. So a push, a pull, a squat, and a hip hinge. And as you can see, we're in the great outdoors. Not a requirement, but a good opportunity to get away from our phones, those screens, and disconnect a little bit. First is our push-up. For this exercise, we're going to have our feet about hip width apart, hands slightly underneath and outside the shoulder, and with our body straight, core brace, we're going to lower ourselves and push back up using that chest, shoulder, triceps. And with the elbow, try to keep a small tuck, about 45 degrees. We don't want to flare too much and put strain on the shoulder. Now, if that variation is a little bit too challenging, we can utilize a elevated surface. This will reduce the body weight and still train those muscles. Next, we have the inverted row. For this exercise, we can utilize a sheet wrapped around something that's elevated, or if your park has it, there can be bars that you can row yourself up from as well. Now, with this exercise, we're going to bring our feet forward until our body is at an angle. The lower we are, the more challenging it will be. So find a spot that's an appropriate challenge. And then we'll row ourselves up using those back muscles, driving the elbow down and back, pick up our hands as hooks. And just in case we're not able to perform that variation, either due to weather or not a good setup, we can also utilize this variation, which is a suitcase row. For this exercise, we're going to brace ourselves against something sturdy, leaning forward, and then holding onto the suitcase, we're going to drive down and back with the elbow using those back muscles. Just be careful not to twist too much. This isn't revving a lawnmower. Next, we have our squat. For this exercise, I recommend placing our feet about hip width apart, toes slightly pointed out. And then from here, we can find what's most comfortable for us. Our anatomies can differ, so feel free to use this as a starting point. Now that we're ready, we're going to squat back and down as far as we can comfortably, like there's an invisible chair beneath us, keeping that weight even through the foot, knees in line with the toes. And we're going to drive back up with those quads, glutes, adductors. Now, if and when this exercise is easy, we have the split squat variation. For this variation, the mechanics are going to be similar. We're going to have one leg back, mostly for balance, and our front leg is going to be bearing most of our body weight, foot and knee a little bit more forward. Then we're going to squat down and back up. Next is our body weight good morning. For this exercise, we're going to place our hands by our head, a little bit more of our body weight forward to make it more challenging, and then bracing our core, we're going to push our hips back. We're going to go as far back as we can push our hips, and then extend back up using those glutes, hamstrings, adductors. And once you become proficient with that exercise, you can utilize the B stance variation, which is going to be similar to the split squat, just one foot slightly back for balance, most of the weight on that front leg. We're going to push those hips back and extend forward. And that concludes our workout. Now, in terms of sets and reps, I recommend 2 sets, rep range 10 to 20. Now, that's not a hard rule. Some of these exercises might be challenging. If you find yourself on the lower side, 8, even 6 reps, that's okay. And some of these might be easier. You might end up going over 20 reps. That's okay. I just wouldn't recommend going much above 30. 1, that's not too much fun. Starts to take up more time. And 2, starts to become less effective in terms of hypertrophy. So I would choose a harder variation or consider using some dumbbells or something with some weight. And in terms of frequency, I recommend twice a week. Something like a Wednesday, Saturday can work well for you. And I encourage you to check out my other videos. They can give you a longer runway for progression. The other being the water jug workout. which will give you some weight to work with for a while. And then the other one, the dumbbell only workout, which will take you even further. And last but not least, I encourage you to really stick with this and give it a chance. If you can be consistent, make it part of your life, it's going to improve that quality of life and also make that life longer. And it'll be something that your future self will thank you for. So have fun, stick with it, and we're all rooting for you.